Hi, this is Mrs. Wiederhold, and welcome to my review on solving linear inequalities. Now let's get started. For solving inequalities, I have two examples. One where we will need to flip the inequality sign, and one where we will not need to flip the inequality sign. Solving inequalities is just like solving an equation. The only difference is whether or not you need to flip the inequality sign. And how do we know when to flip that sign or not? Well, if we divide by a negative number, then we will have to flip the inequality sign. If we divide by a positive number, we do not flip it. Now this is the same thing for multiplication. If we had to multiply by a negative number on each side of the inequality, then we would flip the sign. If we multiply by a positive number, we do not. Let's look at our first example. We have 4x plus 2y is greater than or equal to 8. Well, this is two steps. I need to move the 4x, so I'm going to subtract both sides of the inequality by 4x. And 4x minus 4x is 0, so that cancels out. I bring down the positive 2y greater than or equal to negative 4x plus 8. Now in this example, I am dividing by a positive 2. And because of that, I will not flip the inequality sign. 2 divided by 2 is y. I bring down the inequality sign. Negative 4x divided by 2 is negative 2x. And positive 8 divided by positive 2 is a positive 4. So my answer is y is greater than negative 2x plus 4. Now let's look at the second inequality. Now you might notice that the only thing that's different between these two inequalities is I put a minus sign in front of the 2y instead of a plus sign. Now let's see how this changes the way we solve the inequality. Okay, I'm looking at it, and the first thing I need to do is I need to move the 4x from the left side of the equation to the right side of the equation. Do that by subtraction. Now, I'm going to bring down the negative 2y. And I'll bring down the inequality sign, and then negative 4x plus 8. Now, if you notice, I have negative 2 times y. So that means I have to divide by a negative 2. And that means I will divide each term by negative 2. Now because I divided by a negative number, when I write my final answer, I have to flip my inequality sign. Now negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1, so I'm left with 1y, or simply y. I have flipped my inequality sign. So now I move on. Negative 4x divided by negative 2 is positive 2x. And positive 8 divided by negative 2 is a negative 4, so I write minus 4. So this solution is y is less than or equal to 2x minus 4. Now, you might be wondering, why do we have to flip the inequality sign when we multiply or divide by a negative number? Well, let me show you why. On the left side, I have the same inequality that I had on the previous page where we flipped the inequality sign. Real quickly, I'm going to go through those steps just to recreate what I had on the previous page. So I have negative 2y is greater than or equal to negative 4x plus 8. And now I'm going to divide each side by negative 2. And so my answer is y is less than or equal to 2x minus 4. Okay, so as you see, I flipped the sign. Now let me show you why that is. Let's say instead of moving 4x to the right side of the inequality, I had decided to move the negative 2y to the right side of the inequality. That would have looked like this. I would have added 2y to the left side and to the right side of the inequality. Now, the 2y, the negative 2y would have canceled out, And I would have brought down the 4x, and it would be greater than or equal to 2y plus 8. Okay, now I need to move the 8 from the right side of the equation to the left side of the equation. And I would do that by subtraction. So on the right side, excuse me, I called it an equation, it's an inequality. So on the right side of the inequality, 8 minus 8 is 0 and it cancels out. So I'm left with 2y on the right side of the inequality, and on the left side I have 4x minus 8. Now, all I need to do to isolate y is to divide everything by 2. And when I do that, on the right side of the inequality, I have y is less than or equal to positive 2x minus 4. Now, the y is on the right side of the inequality, but do you see that the point, or the less than side, is facing the y? Just like on the left side over here, when we flipped the sign, we had the same result. Now, you can do it the way I just now showed you how, but doing it this way, knowing how to flip the sign, if you notice, is a little bit shorter way to do it. So, I just wanted to show you why we needed to flip the sign. Anyway, I hope this video has helped, and I look forward to working with you again. Bye-bye.